Hey everyone, it is Saturday, April 16th, and welcome to Odds Wizard, where we bet for fun by betting together. We had a really fun game yesterday. We went 2 for 3. We hit our NBA pick. We hit one of our baseball picks, and then I went out on a limb and picked the Cubs, and they did what the Cubs do and lose. I should have seen that coming. I should have. They're the Cubs, but I didn't, which is fine. 2 out of 3 is still a really fun day, and we're in this to make games more fun, so I'm glad we hit 2 of 3. Made that NBA game really fun last night, as we saw a big comeback from the Atlanta Hawks, which was our pick, which made it more fun. If I had not had a pick in that game, I probably wouldn't have watched it. I would have waited till all the teams were set, and then I would have started following the NBA playoffs. So that made us have a really fun time last night watching the game, and hopefully you followed along as well. Today, we've got 1 MLB pick and then 2 NBA playoff picks. As you guys have known from following me a little bit, I am not a huge fan of the NBA regular season. Picking games has made it more fun to watch, but it also doesn't mean as much. It's like we're getting into a different sport now, okay? The NBA playoffs are a different level of competition. Players really step up their game. Because so many teams make the playoffs, this is when it matters. So we're going to see some really good NBA games starting today and probably for the next 9 months, because I feel like that's how long the NBA playoffs last. But let me go ahead and get into our first pick, the baseball pick. I'm going to take the Braves over the Padres at -115. The game today is at 4:05. It's telecast on Fox Sports 1 if you guys want to watch it. This game is against 2 pitchers that I think are really talented, but very different planes. So Ian Anderson is going for the Braves today. He had a horrible first outing. His ceiling is here, and his first game was down here. It was bad, and I am one that thinks players revert to the mean. So his ERA is like 16 now. I expect him to come out and just have a shutdown game against the Padres today and try and bounce back from that bad first start. On the other side, you have Nick Martinez, who's bounced around pretty much all across baseball. This is his second start in the majors since 2017. He first came up in 2014 with the Rangers, played for 5 years, and then bounced around between the United States and then Japan as well, if I'm not mistaken. So this is his second start. He's trying to find a way to work himself into the rotation because currently he's filling in for the injured Mike Clevenger. But so Nick Martinez has something to prove. If he can pitch well, he might be able to stay in the San Diego rotation or in the bullpen. And I'm always rooting for guys that are grinding it out like that. But today, I'm going to have to take the Braves with Ian Anderson going. I just think he's such a far superior pitcher overall. I think it's going to really help the Braves today. These teams have split the last 2 games. Braves 1-1, Padres 1-1. And both these teams are full of stars. So if you're looking for a good game of baseball to watch, this is going to be probably the one today with the most stars. Atlanta is loaded. San Diego is loaded. Even without Tatis, they still have Machado, Cronenworth. They're just a really stacked team. So this is the Major League Baseball game you want to watch today if you're going to watch one. Like I said, it's at 4:05, and we think the Braves are going to pull it out. So that's who I'm going to be rooting for. Our second pick, we're going to get to the NBA. We're going to take the Raptors and 76ers game over 216 points. The game is at 6 o'clock. It's on ESPN. And I looked at this over-under line, and I'm totally confused because the Raptors are averaging 118 points their last 3 games that mattered. The last game of the season, they rested all their starters, so I factored that one out in my calculations. 76ers are averaging 121 points in their last 3 games that mattered. So you combine those, you've got 239 points, and this is way under that. Neither of these teams has a big shutdown defense, so I don't expect that to suddenly come in this game. Embiid could play pretty well and shut down the Raptors a little bit, but I don't know. I mean, that's a huge difference from what these teams have been averaging lately to what it is today. Like I said, though, playoff basketball is different. If you guys looked at the over-under lines for the 6 play-in games that we've had over the last few days, 5 of the 6 games, at least that I looked at, hit the under, not the over. So teams' defenses are stepping up in the playoffs as we'd expect because guys are starting to care more and give more effort. But this spread between 216 and 239 seems like a lot based on averages versus where it is tonight. And I think both these teams could come out shooting quick and play fast. So this is our best chance at an over today that I found in the NBA. And this way we're not rooting for a specific team or a particular team in this game today. So we're going to take the Raptors and 76ers over 216 points. And like I said, 6 o'clock on ESPN. Our last pick tonight is going to be the second to last, or it's the last NBA game tonight. So the last game tonight, luckily, is at 8:30, so I can go to sleep. It is the Nuggets at Golden State, and we're going to take the Nuggets plus 6.5 points. It's 8:30 on ABC. If you guys want to tune in and watch, this team is full of this game's full of very big stars, all who are very easy to root for. Steph Curry seems like one of the coolest dudes on the planet. Jokic is probably going to be the NBA MVP, if not Giannis. And he's super humble. I mean, he is just such a nice guy and easy to root for. The problem that the Nuggets are going to have in this series is that they rely entirely on Jokic. He can take over a game from the three-point land, on defense, on under the rim. He has every part of the game you dream of in a star, but the team just isn't that deep. I mean, you've got a couple guys that are kind of role players that are going to be okay, and that may work. It worked for the Bulls back in their 90s. That may work for the Nuggets. But against a Golden State team that is full of stars like Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, they're going to have, and Andrew Wiggins has also been playing great for Golden State this year. They're going to have a tough time winning this series. So if Golden State can shut down Jokic, they should be able to win this. But if Jokic takes over this game, he could possibly win tonight. The other odd, you can't calculate this factor, is that this is Steph Curry's first game back in over a month. He's coming back from an ankle injury, and they have not integrated players well throughout the season. So when Klay Thompson came back, they struggled. When Draymond Green came back, they struggled. Can they play well with Steph's first game tonight when they're used to playing for the last month without him? They haven't been able to do that in the past. We will see if they can tonight. And this 6.5 point spread in what should be a really close game just felt like a lot to me. These teams matched up really well in the regular season. I mean, I still think Golden State can win this tonight and probably should, but 6.5 feels like a lot. So we're going to take the Nuggets plus 6.5 in what should be a very, very entertaining game. If you take all three of our picks today and you throw them in the cauldron, our odds are going to be plus 582 to hit all three. We took all negative odds tonight, so that's a little different for us. Usually I take a long shot to make it more fun, but we're in the NBA playoffs, and that's tougher to do because these teams the odds are the way they are for a reason. You don't see nearly as many upsets, okay? So if you can, get involved and follow us. I'm going to put my Twitter right here. Follow us during these games tonight as we're going to talk about. In case you need a recap of what the games are, we have the first Braves over Padres today. We have the Raptors and 76ers over 216. And we have the Nuggets plus 6.5 points at Golden State. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel. Get involved so you can see this every day. I know I post this on Facebook and a lot of you guys watch it there. But if you get a chance, pop over to YouTube and subscribe just so you can get the notifications that we have new videos going up. No video tomorrow. We take every Sunday off. I need a break sometimes. But it's also Easter Sunday, so hopefully you all have a chance to spend some quality time with your families and celebrate Easter. I know I will be. I'm looking very forward to that. Other than that, I will see you all Monday for our video then. Have a great night. Good luck with your bets, and see you Monday.